5 signs that you're sabotaging yourself. Hi everyone, thanks for joining me today. Now I want to talk about the 5 signs that tell you that you're sabotaging yourself. But before we go there, we need to take a step back. And that is when you set yourself a goal, and that goal could be to change careers, it could be to be healthier, it could be to find love, it could be to make more money. Well, as soon as you set a goal, know that that's when opponents show up. And there's 2 main opponents. The first opponent is what I call external opponents. They're your family and friends. And in a way, they try to stop you achieving your goal. I know it sounds a bit crazy, but when you think about the psychology behind it, it's not crazy. You see, if you set a goal to say change careers and leave your current employment, well, what happens there is some family members might say, well, why do you want to do that? I mean, why not stay with what you know, where you're comfortable? It's risky changing careers. So what they do is they end up putting a lot of self-doubt in your mind. And also your co-workers want you to stay. They want you to remain their friend, and they're worried that if you change careers, you're going to obviously leave that workplace and they're going to lose you. And people don't want to lose people that are friends. So in a way, they're thinking from a selfish point of view. People don't want to lose you, so they try and stop you making changes. And not only that, if they see that you're making changes and that you're moving forward, then in a way that makes them feel smaller. They might feel like they're moving backwards and that they're a failure, whereas you're moving forward and you appear to be successful. So these are some of the reasons why people hold you back from changing careers. Another example is if you want to be healthier and start eating cleaner and healthier food, you might end up being invited to a friend's place and they offer you some sweets, but you've said to yourself that you're going to not eat any sweets. You want to cut down on that sugar. And what happens is they kind of offer you the sweets and then they are a bit forceful. They say, come on, take one, have one of these donuts. And if you say, no thanks, I'm fine, they kind of insist, especially if they made the donut, they want you to have it because it kind of reflects on them. They take it personally. So that's when it's a bit of a problem when people don't respect your wishes and what you want to do with your life. So that first opponent, which I call the external opponents, be wary of those. As soon as you set a goal, they're going to show up. So if you're prepared, then you can overcome them. Now, the second type of opponent that shows up are what I call internal opponents. And these are very powerful, so you've got to be aware of those. And internal opponents are to do with your mindset. And that's where the 5 signs you're sabotaging yourself title came from. Now, I'll run through these and explain them, and hopefully you can relate to them and ask yourself whether you've been affected by them when you've ever tried to make a change. So the first one is distraction. So distraction is basically a lack of focus. In other words, you keep jumping from one thing to another. You have this fear of missing out. So you're always scrolling your social media to make sure you didn't miss out on a friend's post or a comment or response to one of your posts, and you're always checking your email because you don't want to miss out in case there's something important, and or checking Instagram, or maybe you're on YouTube, like you're on YouTube, say you're on YouTube now, and you're just scrolling because you're distracted. So distraction is what stops people from achieving their goals because, as you know, not focusing on the task at hand means that the task on hand doesn't get done and you don't move that one step closer to achieving your goal. So that's the first one, distraction. That's a sign you're sabotaging yourself. Sign number 2 is self-doubt. That's where you have a sense of low confidence. Because if you don't believe in yourself, then you're not going to even try. And also, if you don't believe in yourself, who's going to believe in you? So it's important to have confidence, especially if you're changing roles and going for a job interview, because if you lack confidence, they're not going to have confidence in you. So you need confidence to move forward, otherwise you stay stuck. And when I talk to my clients about confidence, and there's quite a lot of them that actually lack confidence, I get down to the detail. Like I ask them, for example, are you confident? And they say, no, I'm not. And I ask them, well, are you confident tying your shoelaces? And they say, yes, I am. So you really got to be specific about what you're not confident about. It could be public speaking. It could be approaching someone and asking them out on a date. So that's something specific, and those things can be fixed, because confidence is really, like I said, it's a belief, a limiting belief, and it's a muscle, and you can actually build it and make it stronger. So you end up having confidence in that particular task or whatever it is that you lack confidence in. So that's number 2, self-doubt as a thing that sabotages you. Now, number 3, having a learning obsession. That's a sign that you're sabotaging yourself, because what you're doing there is you're avoiding action. You're spending too much time reading, watching videos, doing courses, but never implementing anything. Now know that life rewards action. Without action, nothing changes. So you can't just keep learning and learning, because that doesn't help you move forward. And also, if you learn and you take action, you actually learn better, because you're, confirming what you learnt is actually true in reality. So to me, part of learning is taking action. So don't just read things and learn how to do things. Actually do it and get the benefit. Like, what's the point of spending all this time, money and energy learning something and then not reaping the benefits by taking action? So number 3, learning obsession. That's the thing that stops you. Now, number 4 is perfectionism. Now, perfectionism also sabotages a lot of people, because these people have they've got a sense where they fear judgment, they fear criticism, they fear rejection. So they're trying to get the thing perfect to minimize judgment, criticism, and rejection. Maybe they've been judged, criticized, and rejected in the past, and now they've put kind of like a barrier up, and unless the thing is super good or perfect, they're not going to release it, which is a bit of a shame, because a lot of people are missing out on their product or service or their message because they're holding back. They're not just putting it out there. I mean, the best thing to do is just put it out there and not take it personally. Whatever feedback you get, even negative feedback, is great, because that gives you some ideas and clues on how to improve what it is that you're doing. Remember, success leaves clues. So those clues are very important, but to get those clues, you have to put it out there. Just like me, I'm doing a video now, I'm putting it out there. I mean, is everything perfect? I mean, am I perfectly shaven, hair combed? I haven't got my shirt and tie on today. I mean, does it really matter? I think the important thing is to get the message out, because the message is what's going to help people. They can take that message or parts of that message and use it to improve their life. To me, that's the most important thing, having, everything straight in the bookshelf. It doesn't matter. A lot of things are not important. What's important is to put things out there and then improve them as you go. So number 4, once again, is perfectionism. That's a danger sign. Now, number 5 is procrastination. And procrastination is kind of tied into perfectionism, but procrastination is about having this comfort zone addiction. You're addicted to your comfort zone. You don't want to become uncomfortable. And like I said, this one ties in with perfectionism, but also it ties in with distraction. And see, what happens is when you procrastinate, what happens there is you're associating pleasure with not changing and pain with changing. And that's why you don't take action and move forward. You only move forward if you have to. For example, you get, say, pain in your tooth and you take action, you go and see a dentist. But if you didn't have pain in your tooth, you probably wouldn't go and see a dentist, even though you should go and see a dentist at least a couple of times a year to get your teeth checked and cleaned. And you may have also heard of the book, Who Moved My Cheese? You see, there was a mouse where you used to go to a particular spot to get cheese, but one day the cheese wasn't there anymore, and they stayed there complaining, like, where's this cheese? And instead of just accepting the reality, the cheese is moved, it's not there anymore, go and find new cheese and let go of the old cheese. So there's a great message in that book, Who Moved My Cheese. So if you haven't read that book, I would highly recommend you checking it out. So in summary, if you want to make changes in your life, like changing careers, getting healthier, finding love, or making more money, you need to overcome these 5 signs that are sabotaging you. Number 1, distraction. Number 2, self-doubt. Number 3, learning obsession. Number 4, perfectionism. And number 5, procrastination. The raw mindset problems. And mindset problems, they are deep-rooted limiting beliefs. What are limiting beliefs? They are unhelpful and negative thoughts we have about ourselves, about others, and the world. These thoughts indicate how much we are worthy and deserving of happiness, health, love, and wealth. Limiting beliefs act like resistance, and therefore they hold us back. To move forward, you must clear your limiting beliefs. Doing so will unlock doors for you. I help my students overcome these mindset issues as part of my Changing Career program. You see, if someone comes to me and they want to change careers, the first thing we work on is career clarity, finding out who they are, what they have to offer, and what their purpose is. So that kind of sets the stage, it sets the target. But then the next stage is the development stage, and part of that stage is clearing any limiting beliefs. Because our beliefs control our behaviour, and if we don't clear our limiting beliefs, we stay stuck. So it's critical that we clear our limiting beliefs by first identifying them and then using certain strategies to clear them. So I'd love to hear from you. Which of the 5 signs can you relate to? Please let me know in the comments below which sign applies to you, or maybe you have 2 signs. Now, if you already subscribed to my channel, I want to thank you for your support and encouragement. I appreciate you. If you're not already subscribed to my channel and you're interested in this type of content or career-related content direct from someone that has over 45 years of working experience, from employee to employer to business owner, who's also a certified workplace coach and has spent the last 10 years coaching people on how to take charge of their life and career and improve it, please consider hitting the subscribe button. You also want to hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. Thanks for watching, I really appreciate it. If you liked or got some value from this video, please do give it a thumbs up so the video can reach and help other people. If you know someone that is stuck, that has these signs, then please do share this video with them. Till next time, take care.